45 yards. This looks good as well.
Hardman on the return.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Allen.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. You want to throw the ball now to play action, you're good to go.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On play action, Allen. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On play action, Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, if my calculations are correct here, and I think that they are, he's now over 55,000 career passing yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Chigakonkwo,
his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Allen going to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Allen off the play fake. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
79 Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And some room to work. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
At the 60. At the 60.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
19. Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll start by running the option to the right, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mecole Hardman, 37 yards.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Check contact, check contact.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Check,
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Happy Lions. Hook 19. Dragon 60. Check. Hurt.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, 'cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it.